Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. In this video, we have Nick Viall discussing his newfound friendship with Johnny DeFilippo and how they shared not only a trailer together, but a car. After the People's Choice Awards. We're going to get into how that all transpired. He shares it right here. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals for new content. Patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind-the-scenes live stream. If you want to be a part of our membership community, this is the best gift you can give us for Christmas. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. So we're going to get into all of this, but as you guys know, it's been the 12 days of giving, and we're giving to single moms out there. And today's single mom is named Brittany. She has an Amazon wish list. If you guys want to donate to it, that'd be fantastic. I know it's bringing tears to people in need. They are loving all of the generosity from you guys. I'm getting so many messages. Brittany had to essentially leave her 4-year-old daughter's father and her husband, her estranged husband, after being in an abusive situation, and is now on her own. She needs your help. You can see her whole story here. Click a link in the comments section to donate, and then when you go to checkout, just choose Brittany's gift register address, and it'll go straight to Brittany. Thank you guys in advance for being so generous. Let's hear what Nick had to say about meeting Johnny DeFilippo.
You and Johnny, not only did you sit at the same table, you were in a trailer together. We had some selfies.
We were in a trailer together.
Wow.
It was delightful.
Walk me through this.
Yeah, I hosted the red carpet for E, and
So, yeah, Nick hosted the red carpet for E on, I believe, E's app and Twitter, which is great. It's a great opportunity. He's no stranger to People's Choice Awards. Here's him actually in 2020 getting nominated for a People's Choice Award.
Hi, people. I just want to say, thanks so much. This is amazing for nominating the Viall Files for Pop Podcast of 2020. It means a lot. I mean, I'm really proud of my podcast, the Viall Files. Quite honestly, I've never felt like the People's Choice, so this comes as a surprise, but one, I sincerely appreciate it. Why am I not wearing a shirt? Well, I do own shirts. But listen, the voting's open. You can vote every day, and you have a lot of great options to vote for, and I'm just here to say I'm kind of willing to do whatever to get your vote.
There you have it, folks. All right. Well, look, I mean, he's going to stay warm here. If I had that body fat percentage, I probably wouldn't wear a shirt either. I'd be nipples out Dave, but I'm not, and I don't. Okay, so let's go back to what he had to say.
I saw Johnny coming down the carpet. I said hi to him, and he gave me a, kind of like, I was like, what's up, Johnny? And got to see him. I had met him before, so it was the second time I've seen him. And then I had to finish up. Nally went in, and she's like, Johnny's at our table. I was like, great.
Love it.
Love that. And then and Ryan Reynolds was the People's Choice Icon recipient of the awards, which was, a big deal for me. I've always been a huge fan of his throughout my life. I mean, ever since I was like in high school, I was a fan of his, or people here and there like saying I resembled him. And obviously, like, I think when someone tells you look like someone who's famous and you find them to be like iconic, you become a fan of them. Maybe it's your own narcissism.
I totally get it. I get told I look like Timothy Chalamet's unemployed older brother, so I understand. Yeah, and of course he was eviscerated, Nick was, in Sophie's Substack, which was a review of his book, Don't Text Your Ex Happy Birthday. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, I think everyone can write their own book and sell their own book. It's a free market, right, folks? But, someone can write a bad review too, but I think it's like, Nick can offer whatever advice he wants. But he does compare himself to Ryan Reynolds, which I understand. Like, Nick's not lying. He's like, yeah, they said I look like an A-list movie star, so I'm going to use it. But of course, people go, oh my gosh, he keeps comparing himself to Ryan Reynolds. Well, yeah, no, who cares? That's what I have to say. Who cares?
I don't know, right? Don't you like? I feel like everyone's like,
love it.
Like favorite celebrity is some person told you look like.
Probably.
Right?
Susie, is there one that you consistently get?
Well, since coming into this world, Hannah Brown.
Which, by the way,
I know. But previously, when I used to have dark hair, I would get Mila Kunis.
I know who she looks exactly. She looks just like Deb Ryan. How come no one's mentioning this? Oh, wrong. She looks just like Deb Ryan, who's not exactly like. I mean, she's a pretty well-known actress. Either way, I mean, she looks more like Deb Ryan than she does Hannah Brown. All right, who cares? Back to it.
once.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I would get
Holy.
Keira Knightley
Big Bachelor
too.
fan. Keira Knightley. I see more Keira Knightley than
Interesting.
Mila.
All right, so let's just jump forward to the 5:20 mark here, where we talk more about old Johnny Ball games here, or 5:50 right here.
And which was just kind of cool. So yeah, I sat down and talked to Johnny. I don't know.
I like
it
that
was
sweater.
all fine. Like I didn't
It's a nice
really.
sweater.
It wasn't like a big deal. There was never a feud, and then we were just kind of. I don't know. I came in the middle of the show. The show had not in the middle of the show. The show had just started, and then
I bet
Johnny-
I bet you Nick respects Johnny for Johnny clapping back when Johnny commented like, "Oh, glad to see you know everything about my life" to Nick. You know what I mean? And I'm sure as Johnny is coming out of the spell of romance and he's kind of like breaking that oxytocin bond that exists when you're fornicating and loving and hugging and breastfeeding and all the oxytocin exists. It's the commitment molecule. It's what we give off when we are attached to somebody. And when you go through a breakup, you have to like break those bonds up. I'm not a chemist. I don't know how it works. Do you guys have an oxytocin bond with me? I'll virtually hug you. My shirt's on. All right. Anyway, I'd wear that sweater. Give me your sweater, Nick. Don't text your ex, but send your sweater to a Bachelor recapper. So either way, Johnny's kind of understanding this is all a game. It's all a game.
he had mentioned that his DMs are kind of crazy right now, and he had a bunch of people. It's like half the people like want me to come on your podcast. Other people tell me not to do it, and I said, well, as a friend, I don't think you should come on.
Reverse psychology. I love it. Oh, don't come on. Come on the show, please.
But I'd love to have you come on.
Yeah.
You're welcome anytime. I just said
That's
like
great
you've already
advice.
done two. You've already done two, and unless you have something new
Susie's got a great voice.
to say, and I think it's time for everyone to heal it and move on.
Mhm.
And so we watched the rest of the show, and like Johnny went to the bathroom, and then Natalie was just like, you gotta go ask Ryan for a photo in between commercials.
Oh,
Other people
nice.
were coming up. I didn't want to bother him because I was just like, I'm trying to be his best friend. So like once I asked to take a photo with
Totally.
him,
Then you're fan
I'm
material.
a,
You're
I'm a
not
fan.
friend.
I'm like a
Yeah.
total fan. And I was just like, I don't know, like
You fan zone
I
yourself.
haven't become
Yeah.
I haven't become his best friend yet. So like maybe I should just get the photo.
Susie, you should trademark fan zone.
Fan
Because
zone.
friend zone
Fan
is a
zone.
myth. Fan
Yeah.
zone is
Fan
for real.
zone.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah. I wanted a friend zone, and I fan zoned myself according to Susie. Well done.
But you got the
Susie.
photo.
I did get the photo. So
There you go.
he was very gracious. Chris Olsen encouraged me. Chris Olsen, friend of show. He went up, asked Ryan for a photo. Ryan was very nice, and then I went up, asked him, and I was very awkward. And I was like, "Do I tell him the whole Ryan Reynolds Walmart version?"
Yeah.
So I was just, he stood up, and I was like, "Hey, I'm a big fan. I'm sorry for bothering you." And he's like, "What's your name?" He was a pro.
Love it.
And I immediately was like, "Fuck, I'm such a fan right now."
Yeah. But then you also like low key were like, oh, but he has my name.
Yeah, but
Which,
it's like it's Nick. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he's best friends.
We are friends now.
we are friends.
And then I gave him, and I felt real dumb doing it. And I was just like, a while back, I was a Bachelor, and people used to call me the Walmart Ryan Reynolds. And he laughed, and he goes, "Well, Walmart's like a reputable brand."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
what a job.
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
Have you watched
they're
his
well
special
known.
about like the Wrexham soccer team that he bought and like now
not
manages?
yet. I haven't seen it."
How
What a
big
gem.
of a fan are you of Ryan Reynolds? If you haven't watched Welcome to Wrexham, it's on Hulu. Guys, watch Welcome to Wrexham. It's a very heartwarming show.
Lasso.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So we took a couple selfies, and then Johnny came back. I was like, "Yeah, I just got a photo with Ryan." He's like, "Oh, I'm so fucking jealous." I'm like, "Just go." I'm like, so then I encouraged Johnny to go do the same thing I did in the next commercial break. I'm like, I know. He's like, I felt the same way you did. It's super awkward. Just go. He's super nice. And Johnny's his camera wasn't working,
Oh,
so he used
no.
Natalie's phone to take the selfie with Ryan. And then
So Johnny got Natalie's number. That's what I just heard.
And then there was some after party. Yeah, there was an after party. And because I worked the event, I had like a car service waiting for me. So I'm like, "Johnny, do you know how you're going to get there?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Well, just ride with us."
Nice.
So the three of us went there.
Poor
and we went back
Susie's
to
like trying to involve. Poor Susie's like, "Do you want me to come back when the story's over?"
the trailer. That's when we took
You're like a little trio.
the selfie.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we were
Family.
having some fun. And then I posted it. And
the world went
No.
wild.
Internet exploded.
and Johnny's like, and then we got in the car, and I'm like, "Johnny, you got to comment something good." well, and then Nally commented, still team Victoria. While we were in the car with Johnny. And then I told Johnny he has to comment something good.
I wonder what Victoria feels about all of this, you know? I mean, and look, I get it. They're making light of a situation. They're commodifying a tough situation. So you might as well get some followers out of it. I totally understand. But if I'm Victoria, I might be like, hey, friend, can you not be hanging out with my ex and being all chummy?
Good. And then he's like, then he commented, I'm still not doing your podcast.
Oh, wow.
And then I replied, chicken shit. We're all in the car while this is happening.
I love
together.
it.
What I really wanted to comment was, like, this is all fake, you know, just to fuck with people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in all seriousness, like, it's just not that serious.
Yeah.
You know, I understand. Obviously,
I'm sure Johnny, who was called his mom crying the night of the reunion, who's had a real blow to his mental health, feels like it's a little bit more serious. But you got to kind of play it off. Nick's the quote-unquote cooler kid here. He's got the bigger following. And Johnny, I mean, look, again, I'd probably do the same thing. It's like fight or flight. You just decide, like, look, all right, I might as well befriend these people that are in my quote-unquote work circle versus, like, have any further beef. Although, you know, hey, would it be good for Johnny to go on the show? Like Nick said here, from a practical standpoint, the story's dead. It's over. Everyone moves on. But it is a slow time of the year, so book Johnny. Get on the show. Let me know what you guys think. Do me a favor. If you enjoy all the tea from this year and you just want to release some abundance to the world, click on the link in the comment section and donate to one of our Moms of the Day. You can join me on the Facebook community, Dave Neal's Community, where we have a list of all of the different links of the moms we featured. And also, I'll be live on Patreon right after this, patreon.com/Dave Neal. See you in a bit.